9th District Democratic candidate Anthony Flaccavento joins us today. Welcome, Mr. Faccavento.
Glad to be here.
Could you give the public a little bit of background on your candidacy?
Absolutely. So I live just outside of Abingdon. I've been in that part of the world for the last 32 years, and I have a small farm. It's an old tobacco farm that we converted to raise produce. And I have been working for pretty much all of the 32 years in different ways to try to help revitalize the economy, to try to help farmers find new markets and new opportunities to work with local businesses of all stripes, and also to work a lot with organized labor, including the United Mine Workers and the CWA over time. So I've been something of a community development person for all of those 32 years, and that's what I see as my purpose for running for Congress.
And what would you say is the key issue of your campaign this year?
Well, there's a lot of big issues, as we know, from everything from the opioid crisis to our underfunded public education. But at the foundation for me, the biggest issue is rebuilding our economy. It's happening in little bits all across the district, from the little town of St. Paul to Galax to some very innovative new manufacturers that are emerging in Radford and Bristol and other places. But this just needs to be strengthened. It needs to be accelerated. We need to rebuild our economies, I say from the bottom up, focus on local businesses, community banks, and the infrastructure that communities need, whether it's broadband, strong schools, or physical facilities, so that that economic development will be magnified, so there'll be more opportunity. That's my biggest issue.
And Anthony, when the voters go into the voting booths, what's the #1 reason why they should vote for you?
Well, I think compared to our current congressman, the biggest difference between the two of us is I have always been and continue to be out throughout the district. I have worked with folks from Lee County to all the way up into Blacksburg area. I have had relationships with economic developers from the local area all the way up to the head of the Appalachian Regional Commission. I haven't always gotten things right. I've had successes and failures like most business people, but what I bring to this job is 30+ years of working experience and a lot of relationships, including with Republicans and independents, and together we've worked to build these stronger economies and these better communities. That's why I think people should vote to me, because I would take that hands-on experience to Congress. I would take those relationships with all those different people trying to work in their communities, and I think it would make me an effective congressman. I would be a listening congressman, and I believe that the combination of those two will help me as your representative.
Thanks very much for taking the time to join us today.
You bet. Thank you.